Hi, and welcome to week 4 of the high school football postseason. I'm Kelly Hines here with Barry Lewis. Barry, we've made it to championship week finally.
It's finally here, and it looks like good weather ahead.
Yeah, and in 6A, we have Broken Arrow against Union. What are your thoughts?
It should be a tremendous game, similar, I think, to when they played in week 3 when Union won a hard-fought 21-14 game that wasn't decided until Union stopped Broken Arrow in the final minute. And of course, Broken Arrow, that's sort of been the theme in the playoffs for Broken Arrow, or for Union rather, as Union has come up with defensive stands late in the fourth quarter to win 1-point games the past 2 weeks. So I would expect this game should also go down to the very end as well.
Well, I think the key for Broken Arrow, as it has been all season, will be the ground game and whether Union can come up with those big plays to stop the Tigers. And, you have to think whether the luck ever will run out for Union, not just in the big defensive plays, but, trying to win a 4th straight state championship. Not that that's always luck, but, you have to think, is it time for somebody else? And Broken Arrow looks like the prime candidate if it's ever going to happen. It looks like they would be the one.
Yes, Broken Arrows definitely has looked like a state championship team throughout the playoffs, beating Owasso last week by 13 and then routing Lawton the week before that, while Union had those 2 close scares. But as we've learned in the past, you could never count out Union. Union has been there before. Broken Arrow hasn't, at least these group of players. And last time Broken Arrow was in a state championship game back in 2002, its current head coach, Steve Spavital, was the defensive coordinator for Union. And so you can never count out Union. Hunter Ataya Union's quarterback has been there before. Even though he wasn't the starter last year, he still came up with some big plays, was a key contributor. Blaise Walser, their standout linebacker, he's going for his 4th state title. A veteran defense, Kyle Crutchmer doing a great job. Freshman running back Terrell Buchanan, wide receiver Ryan Mishler. Union has so many big-time, big-play players. It would definitely be a mistake to count Union out. So it should be a whale of a game. Devin Thomas for Broken Arrow, what a year he's had for Broken Arrow, sitting the single-season rushing record. It just should be a tremendous game. It'll be a little different since it's on Thursday night. The teams will have 1 day less preparation, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays into things.
Yeah, and that was, one of the big concerns with, the scheduling for the semifinals, whether they would have enough time to prepare. Broken Arrow hasn't really had a lot of injuries, but Cameron Wren still is battling, a foot problem. But hopefully all the players will be healthy, and let's make a pick right now.
All right, since everyone has gotten on me for picking against Union in the state championship games in past years and last week, I'm going to go with Union this week. After all, I did pick them going into the playoffs as the team to beat. Although Broken Arrow has been, to me, the most impressive team in these playoffs, I'm going to go with the champion until proven otherwise. I will go with Union to win by 3 points.
I am taking Broken Arrow, I think. I've just, after seeing them last week, they look as if they're up to that level. And I don't know, maybe by a field goal. I think it's going to be close either way, and hopefully we'll have another good one. Let's talk about 4A.
Yes, Wagner versus Clinton. A rematch of the 2005 state championship game, a very appropriate way for Wagner's road to redemption to conclude. The final stop on the road is trying to get revenge against Clinton, who beat them in the 2005 state title game. Earlier, Wagner has got some redemption by beating Woodward, a team they were supposed to have played in the 45 championship game, but had to withdraw because of a flu epidemic. And so they got Woodward in the quarterfinals. They got McGinnis in the semifinals. McGinnis had beaten them in the 06 and 07 semis. So Clinton this week. Clinton coming off a double overtime win over Catoosa, which had been the top-ranked team. I have a feeling Wagner's going to prevail this week. It's, again, a very close game on Friday night at Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater. Kevin Peterson, candidate for State Player of the Year. I think he gives Wagner a bit of an edge. Wagner, it seems to be peaking at the right time. Taylor Bosco, their quarterback, doing a fine job. Everything seems to be coming together for Wagner. The loss to Catoosa in Week 7 was a wake-up call for them. And I think Wagner will prevail against Clinton. But again, can't count out Clinton. Clinton is so tradition-rich. They've got a great running back, Jay Lee Range. He's rushed for over 2,000 yards. Wagner last year in the state championship game against Douglas went into overtime before losing. Wouldn't surprise me if this game went into overtime.
Yeah. Let's go on to 3A. Just the semifinals this week, but two really, really good games. Anadarko and Berry Hill, and then Oklahoma City Heritage Hall and Cassia Hall. And those are two games that, I mean, I think I'm going to go with Berry Hill. Berry Hill has surprised me all year. It's kind of stunning to think that they're even to this point, and Anadarko kind of rolled Metro Christian last week, but I think that's going to be a good game. What do you think about that one?
Oh, I think this will be two dynamite games. I'm going to have to go with Anadarko, although I think, again, it's a mistake to ever count out Berry Hill. They just seem to find a way to get it done. And if they can contain Sheldon Wilson, the state's leading rusher, I think they will get it done. I wouldn't surprise me if Berry Hill won a low-scoring game, but I have to give Anadarko the edge. And in the other semifinal between Cassia and Heritage Hall, this has been the blockbuster everyone's been waiting for all year long. Cassia's super defense, the Blue Swarm defense, it's awesome, led by Connor Sherwood, Hunter Hart, and so many others, against a Heritage Hall offense, Sterling Shepard, Barry Sanders. It's just a tremendous offense against tremendous defense for Cassia Hall. I'm going to give Cassia Hall the edge.
Yeah, that one's going to be a tough one. Cassia Hall defense is giving up only 8 points a game, and Heritage Hall is averaging, I don't know, probably more than 50 points. So that's going to be, something's got to give there.
Something's got to give. A lot of people are looking at this as the real state championship game, although the winner of the game is going to have to look out the next week, because whether they play Anadarko or Berry Hill, they can't look past either one of those opponents. So, but for this week, I'll give Cassia the edge, and I'll give Cassia the edge to win it all in 3A.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that's all we have time for this week. Be sure to watch TulsaWorld.com Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for all the latest scores and updates.